Today, I want to talk to you about how you've been programmed to fear success. You've been programmed to basically seek failure in your life and make your life more difficult than it needs to be. So, what I want to talk to you today is about a shift in perspective. That what if success was actually easy? Like, it wasn't difficult, didn't require hustling and grinding, scratching and clawing, leaving your family behind, isolating yourself. It didn't require any of that. So, walk with me. Let's talk about this and dive into this topic of success actually being easy. So, the reason that this topic came to mind was I was thinking about one particular thing, which was, what if success is only hard because you think it's supposed to be? Right? In the sense of expectations, like, if you think that success is supposed to be hard, then you have absolutely no shot at it being easy. There's no way that it's not going to be hard because you're expecting it to be hard. So you're not going to, even if the answer is right in front of you, you're not going to take that easy path because you don't want to think you're crazy. You want to prove yourself right, so to speak. And so if your teachers, if society, if media, or your parents, or whomever told you that success doesn't come easy, it's difficult, it's hard, it's challenging, it's rough out there, then there's no way that it's going to be easy for you, because that's your preconceived notion, that's your expectation. Now, a question that I want to throw at you, something to consider as we shift our perspective to success actually being easy and life not being all too complicated, is this: does an apple tree have to hustle and grind to produce apples? Does an orange tree have to hustle and grind to produce oranges? I don't think so. But here's the key thing for us to understand, is that in order for an apple tree to produce apples, it has to be an apple tree in every moment of every day. See, success is not something that we obtain. It's not something we reach out and grasp. It's not something we do, because you don't say do success or do successful. You say be successful, right? Like, become successful. So it's less of something you do, it's more something you are. Success is something that you are, it's not something that you do. So if that is the case, then we have to, for lack of a better example, become the apple tree and embody success in every moment of our lives. So what does that look like? Well, of course, there are certain traits that come with success. A couple that come to mind would be, first and foremost, conscientiousness. Having a lot of forethought as to how you organize your environment, optimizing for your goals, deciding how your actions will impact your trajectory towards accomplishing your goals. So I would say conscientiousness. I would say prudence, giving thought as to how your current actions affect your long-term future. Being organized, being disciplined, yes. Being diligent, having a healthy amount of perfectionism. All of these things are traits of success. Being intentional. And so make no mistake that in order to achieve success in any endeavor, whether it's your health, you want to have extraordinary health or wealth or great relationships, you have to do something different than the norm. You have to do something perhaps above average or a deviation from what's average, so to speak. But it's not hard work in as much as you're basically only encountering difficulty when you brush up against your own deficiencies in character, in discipline, in poor habits, and you basically have to overcome those. That's the difficult part of achieving success. But in as much as external factors go, of you're going to face all these adversities, it's really a matter of perspective, right? Like, because two people could look at the same situation and one sees it as a challenge and it's, oh, woe is me, it's so difficult, and another sees it as a grand opportunity for personal development. So it's really a matter of perspective. And again, back to the original point, if you expect it to be hard, then it's going to be hard the whole way through, basically. So to drive this point home, another question I have for you is that, how is it that you could have two people and one person looks forward to running 10 miles? It gets excited about it, right? But then you have another person who couldn't be bothered to run one. Why is that? Well, again, it's a matter of perspective. The fruits that come from running 10 miles, yeah, it's going to lead to a better outcome probably for your health. But you were talking about 10 versus 1, right? Like, so you can either perceive that 10 is going to be just out of this world. It's going to be so difficult. It's going to be so challenging, so difficult. Or you can look at it as a joy. Well, what allows you to look at it as a joy? What allows you to put in the work that produces the fruits of success? Well, again, it comes from strengthening your character such that you've practiced the right habits long enough that they're no longer an obstacle, but they're a joy because you've reaped the fruits of them. Right? You've reaped the fruits of good habits. You've reaped the benefits. And so now it's something you look forward to. It's not a hassle. It's not adversity. It's merely just a treat along the way to achieving greater outcomes. So that's the main point I wanted to share with you today, is that we've been programmed to believe that success is hard, that our life is supposed to be a struggle, that it doesn't come easy, that it's always going to just be toilsome, and maybe eventually, decades from now, we'll get somewhere and be able to enjoy our life a little bit in our later years. But I believe that we don't have to succumb to that perspective, that instead you can decide and expect that things will be smooth for you, because the path to wealth is smooth, but we throw stones on it. The path to great health, fantastic relationships, is smooth, but we throw stones on it because we've decided that it's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be challenging. So reset your expectations. Expect good things to come to you. Expect good outcomes. And that's going to radically transform your perspective, yes, but also the outcomes and how you're perceiving different things. You see every challenge as an opportunity, not this overwhelming obstacle. So I hope this perspective has been hopeful for you. And the main takeaway that I want you to gather from this video as we close out is that really this is all a mind game. Like, you don't have to buy into this notion that like things are difficult. You have to hustle, you have to grind, you got to scratch, claw, step on people's throat in order to achieve what success means to you. You have to become successful. When you become the kind of person who does the actions necessary for success, or the fruits of success, as a natural byproduct of who you are, then success isn't difficult. It's your default, right? It's easy. It just comes naturally to you. So I'll leave you with that. Hope you enjoyed this video. And until the next video, I would just encourage you to continue pushing forward and enjoying the journey. All right. So until next time, stay blessed by the best. Take care.